Hi guys, Ghost Raven here and welcome back to another episode of City Skylines 2. I hope you guys are doing well today. Please don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel and I'll bring you more daily videos like this. So we're jumping in right where we left off the last time, and here we are with our beautiful statue, and that is helping our tourism quite a lot. So the green area is a good area, and then the lighter blue and then the darker blue is not so good. So you can see we have quite a few leisure activities and tourism attractivity, like on this section over here, over there, a little bit on this island over here, and then because we've put the statue here now, this beautiful green section over here. But in our old section of the city, we don't really have very much going for it, and we basically have not much up here at all, and nothing down here at all. So I'd like to try and add a few more tourist attractions to the city. And I'd also like to do a little bit of maintenance on this side, add some trees, add some more houses, and just get this area finished up and built up now. But let's have a look at and then also the other thing I was thinking about as well is utilizing this section of the bit of land that we have left here. So we have a little bit of space, and I just want to utilize it a little bit more, change this properties to, instead of being medium residential, more sort of high sought after land, so more high residential as well. So I'd like to change the density of these buildings, add a few more parks and a few more greenery and things over here. But I just want to have a look at some of the buildings. So we've got the Canopy Cafe, which is really small. Mace's Kitchen, also quite small. I'm trying to think of something that's going to be small enough, but I really like the leisure pack stuff. Canopy Cafe, Dynasty Hotel, so we definitely don't want another hotel. Horizontal Lounge, Sunset Brewery, Heritage Museum, Majestic. I don't know how big this building is. It's quite big. Okay, so maybe let's have a look at the parks. Maybe we can add a water park or something. Yeah, I think a water park by the beach I think would be better. So let's push this out to kind of as far as we can. So I'm going to try and push it out to about there. And then what I want to do is I actually want to have one of the pedestrian streets running. Just run it to there for now. We can always change it at a later stage, so people can walk. I just want to have a look here. Sorry. In water. Okay, so if we use Anarchy, should be able to place it regardless. Okay, and it is actually going down, so there is a trick here. I think if you use this tool, so it says forces terrain to follow newly placed network, so that'll be better for us. Okay, and it gives us a little bit of space on this side. So, and then I want to think about the other pathways, because they are much smaller, so I can actually run them quite nicely. Not going to leave very much beach actually. So I want to bring it in a little bit closer, just so there's a little bit of greenery before it like hits the sand. Okay, and this is actually going into the water, which we don't want, so let's just try and move it to just try and bring this up a little bit. That's better. You can just go out a little bit into the water. And what we can do is we can add key walls and that. And then what I want to do is just use move it just to come up a little bit. It differentiates our beach area from our other area. Then we can probably just continue this up here. Okay. Pretty cool. Let's try and move this in a little bit closer. Kind of like that. And then let's start using the tools. I want to do sort of the grass initially. So if we don't have to use anarchy, I probably don't want to, but let's just do it for now. So no. I just did it again, so you mustn't right click. I want to just delete that. Okay, and then to make it look a little bit more like an actual beach, I'm going to use this tool. And just like that, we have a beachfront and a waterfront. Okay, and then I think I want to just add some palm trees. So I'm going to use the line tool, and I'm going to reduce the space between, and I'm going to do the spacing, and I'm going to choose like a cool palm tree. Let's just choose the right age. See what we got here. How close it's actually going to be. Actually nice. Okay, and now we can add a little bit of detailing. So if we go to the residential, then we have these umbrellas. We could probably just double these over as umbrellas for the beach. Let's just get them in the right angle. And let's see if we can do a few of those. And then we need some chairs, so maybe some like lounger chairs. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, I think that actually works out quite nicely. So we're using these ones. I'll change the angle a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to go back to those lounges. Let's try different ones as well. We've got our umbrellas across the beachfront. Gonna have a few more on this side just to fill it up a little bit, I think. Okay. So there's our beachfront. People are already using the path. Exercising along the beachfront. Pretty cool. Don't know if we want some dustbins or something on the beach. I think we probably do. Or at least not on the beach, but off the side here. So let's just go to like the normal benches. And let's just add some benches and I don't know if we want to do it the whole way. We can mix it up a little bit and add some fountains and add some cool things. Our new beachfront property. Looking pretty cool. Okay. This area could also probably use it a little bit more love as well. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can do a path.
A driving advisory has been issued for the immediate area due to poor road conditions. Please exercise caution if you must drive, and try to stay off the streets until conditions improve. This has been a local public service announcement.
Pending updates to our power grid, the city will be.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand this out.
We urge the public to remain calm during these breaks in service and to
Kind of
follow
like
the
that.
guidelines on the city's website on how to plan for these temporary events. This has been a local public service announcement.
Greetings, listeners. You're listening to Jade Road Radio. Soon the last bell will toll, and none but the master shall stand between you and the gaping.
I'm literally going to do grass, I think.
Stay tuned.
A housing shortage is driving up prices in the area.
That's right, Glenn. But apparently that's not all good news. We're joined today by
Okay, well, now we have, instead of grass, we're going to have,
So a housing shortage is bad for people trying to move here, right?
Humans are programmed to desire certain representations within ideological
we could probably just bring it out a little bit more, make it look a little bit more realistic.
Actual rewards enjoyed. For example, consider capital.
one final question, Professor. Is the housing shortage going to make me richer?
By certain metrics, perhaps yes, in the short term.
I like the sound of that.
But what we are discussing is the study of the statistical abstraction and its effect on the human.
Thank you, Professor.
It is a question of priority.
This just in from traffic. If you're thinking about hitting the streets, you can expect delays on the major roads, especially during rush hour.
Good to know, Jim. Seems
I don't know why we can't grab that line.
Get somewhere fast. It's worth slowing down. And if you can, plan a trip outside.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. I'd rather wait an hour in traffic than to have to start thinking about everything all the time. Besides,
Yeah,
if
it's
I did
okay. It
that,
doesn't look too
I'd
bad.
never get anywhere.
I don't know what's going on here. Let's just try and soften this a little bit. No, that softening is not working at all. I don't know what is going on here. It's like jagged edge here. Just kind of smooth this off. Okay, let me try and put this road back. And the end of the PA here is like super jagged as well. We put it like that. Ah, much better. Much better. I want to try and do it along this as well. So they, if they can, they want to, but it's more like a pathway, walk around. Beach not really meant for people. But there we go. So now we have a little beachfront property, which is then going to change the density of these buildings. So where are we going to start? So these are medium residential. I think opposite the beach, I think we're going to have 2 new nice buildings. So let's just do that. So we don't want to go high residential, and we want to go, just want to add both the North American, and we want to do 6x6. And we want to do a 6x6, and then we want to get rid of the other lots on that side. And I want 2 big buildings to form, like that. Perfect. So one in the European style and one in the North American style. So we can get rid of that as well. Get rid of that as well. Let's see, okay, and then we do another North American. Let's do a big one like that, yeah, perfect. Okay, and then I want to get rid of these low income. I want to get rid of this as well. And we should have another North American on this one, I think. Massive thunderstorms over here, so lots of people are running around in the rain. We really need to think about public transport for these guys. I do feel sorry for them. Kicked a lot of people out, so a lot of people are now leaving. But these buildings should allow a lot more people to move in, so it looks like North American. We can go European. They don't look very nice now, but they will when they come in. We just don't have any more demand for it, so we could have carried on the beach. Let's have a look. Probably could go under and just continue the beach on this side for a little bit. But I think that's quite nice. Let's try and raise this a little bit more. Okay, so we've had our first problem, and it's because we're using Move It, and there's obviously an update or something. So give me a second and I will be back. Hi guys, we seem to be back. Yeah, so it took us a little while to get in, but now we're back where we left off, and we are carrying on construction of the bridge. So we just have increased the height of it a little bit, or the pedestrian path at least. And I want to do the same thing over here. I think we just need to be careful of Move It, because I think Move It is what's causing the problem. So let's just increase the height a little bit. We've got the key walls there, so it looks really good. So there's our beach, guys. Our beachfront's looking really nice, and our tall skyscraper buildings have come into play. So very sought after beachfront property. So I think we're going to try and fit in a little bit of something else in here. So let's have a look at the southwest or northeast. I would think northeast. Let's see what size building we can get from there. It's going to break down into 2 different buildings. Nowhere else has done that, so we're going to wait for demand as well, and we want a European in here, and we want the North American one in there. And that has given us the Milestone 14 unlocked, which is the Grand City. Congratulations. Gives us a Nitro Kingdom innovative karting experience awaits our adventure, where speed and adrenaline collide on overlapping tracks that promise non-stop entertainment and feel the rush. So that's awesome. I think we're definitely going to place that. And we now are Grand City, so we are a few steps away from the top, but we are making our way there slowly but surely. We're spending a bit of time having fun and detailing and adding beaches and things like that to our city. Looking really nice. Beachfront's looking really nice. Nighttime is looking really nice as well. I'm not sure what I want to do here, so I think probably do some mixed use. I'm just going to go for the Japanese style, and let's do that over there and over there. That should drop demand down quite a lot. And we want the low residential over there. So our higher residential demand is still up high. Some of these bigger buildings are now coming in, so let's change the height of this part of the city as well. So I'm going to do one of these as normal. I'm going to do northeast. And I'm going to do a Chinese style one over here. So we're going to have 3 different styles. So definitely changing the density of the city quite dramatically. Okay, so with this new water park, we should have much nice tourist attraction now. And what we want to do is we want to add the karting experience, the go-kart. So that was over here, would be over here, and Nitro Kingdom and Deep Blue Oceanarium. That's so cool as well. Like an oceanarium would like to be sticking out on a piece of land somewhere. Right on the water edge. I think that's so cool. Okay, so let's have a look at this Nitro place. We want to add a pathway along here. Make sure anarchy is off. We don't need it on all the time. Okay, and we do want somebody to be able to drive in. Let's extend this road out a little bit, I think. Gives us a little bit of space to play with. Okay, so we want to go back here and we want to go Nitro Kingdom. So let's see how big it is. It's actually quite large, which is fine. Try and line it up with the road like that. And let's just get a normal road in. It's terrible that the hills changed like that. It's really not great. So I'm scared to use move it all the time. So let's just move it around. Let's just change it to that side. Just want to destroy anything at the moment. Along this pathway we could probably add a key wall. And then let's try and bring the height of the ground down a little bit. That's absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. Okay, so let's see what we can do better. We need to move this again, so it's going to cost us money. Stick it out there for now. Okay, so this is not looking great. Alright, and then if we add a key wall here. We need this place to be bigger actually. Okay, that's a bit better. Then we can have a road coming off here. Okay, and now hopefully this will fit in the spot over here. It does. Okay, we can add some sort of parking here. Absolutely massive. Okay, so let's see if we can fix this land up a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the soften terrain tool. We're going to choose, no, not the soften, the slope. And we're going to go choose that as the bottom, and we're going to slope that down like that. Okay, and if this is the bottom, then this is the top. We can slope it down like that. See, in this kind of rubbish we can hide with trees and stuff. So we can choose the multi, take the snapping off, drop this down. Put this down to like 100. And we are putting the wrong age, so I'm going to just remove, and then I'm going to add again. And then it can hide some of our ugliness. Okay. And then I want to add some sort of a parking here, so let's just maybe add one of these parking facilities. About the rest of that when we get there. Okay, so we're not using this space at all. So if we're not using the space, then let's cover it with some trees. Looking a little bit better. Okay, so this should now create attractiveness down this side of the city. Wow, it's done a massive job. We really need something here. It's mostly residential though, that's the problem. We do have a little bit of commercial down this side. So maybe we can add a small little commercial building or something. Let's have a look. So if we want to go to that one, let's look at some of the small buildings. So Grand Dynasty Hotel, we're not really interested in. Okay, Oasis Kitchen. It's quite a big building. Yeah, it's quite a big building. Okay, so okay, so let's choose something that's a little bit smaller. Horizontal lounge. That's okay.
A driving advisory has been issued for the immediate.
It's a medical center, and now we have this horizontal lounge. So 35 entertainment, well-being, attractiveness citywide, and entertainment citywide. So that's going to help a lot as well.
Local public service announcement.
We had absolutely nothing. Now we have something there.
Thanks for joining us here today on
Upper industrial area. Let's see if there's anything in an industrial area. No, nothing. Do we need to probably expand on our industrial area before we can do anything like that?
Online or on the air. This is Jen Smith, and it's time for another song.
And on to our main feature story. The commercial district is booming as the area is attracting more high-end stores, bringing the latest in luxury to our neighborhood. You can now shop for designer shoes while sipping a fancy local Jarva mate, or so my wife tells me. That's good for business and good for the community.
It's mixed use.
We'll be back after this.
We're live, and we're getting reports about a traffic accident somewhere in the city.
Road maintenance services have already been dispatched, and traffic flow should return to normal. But if you're planning a quick trip out, you might want to wait a little while until everything clears up.
If you're in it, you already know about it. No use reminding you. Meanwhile, expect delays and drive safe.
Okay, just putting in some trees, just trying to fill up some of the space. Definitely looking a lot better. How we're doing on this side, if we can add some more trees and just fill the space out a little bit more. But it's actually looking really good. Not too concerned by it. I mean, we could add a few more trees along the edge here, but is it really necessary? I don't think so. Okay, so I just want to check bus lines and just make sure we're doing okay. So that's the wrong button. So this is quite busy. And we've got a lot of people leaving. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign another 2 more buses. We do have capacity still, so it should still be okay. This one is 41%, so I'm going to leave it at the 7. Let's add 1 more for good measure. We can always check the limits of how many buses we have and how many we're using. So we're now using 18 out of 25, which is perfect. So we can add more capacity if we absolutely need to as well. Okay, so I'm just going to add some trees and stuff just to try and fill out this area a little bit now. Been looking quite bland for quite a long time. There you go, looking proper green now. Nice little green mountain. Looks very, very, very cool. Okay, and I think next episode we need to think about joining up with this highway. So I want to be able to create a bypass so people don't have to use our highway infrastructure or our roads, because we don't have a clear highway that runs all the way through our city. We do have a highway up until this point, and then turns back into a normal road. So we could turn this into a highway. But for the moment, I'm happy with the way it is. So I'd like to probably feed in this highway, which is coming from outside connection over there, into this part of the city. So if anybody else needs to come in, it's another way for people to be able to get in and out of the city. Also probably going to create different routes, because this probably exits to a different place than what the other road does. So the other road is exiting to Henman, and this road is exiting to Hopkinton. So yeah, it's definitely different. So we have other ways of other people to come in and out from different cities, which I think is important. So, and then we're going to run a bypass highway, I think, through the mountains. And we're going to do another interchange over here. So if people want to directly just come out this way and bypass coming through the city, they can. So yeah, we'll look at that, doing that definitely next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I don't know why we have some broken down buildings or something. We are getting some weird notifications. Like that's a burnt out house. We have fixed it now. Maybe we missed a fire or something and the fire department couldn't get there on time. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe. And I will definitely catch you on the next one. I hope you have a good day. Take care. Cheers. Bye.